Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to automatically put URL parameters into a Zoho survey in WordPress. One of my clients wanted to know how to do this so that, for example, if you wanted to automatically populate the username of the user or any other field in the survey, that you didn't have to type it in again. So what we can do is we can put in anything in the URL parameter, or anything. You will see that it will automatically be populated. So how did I do this? There are two ways to do it. The first way is I've used a PHP shortcode plugin so that I can inject some PHP onto the page. So you can see here I'm getting the URL parameter using the get method, and then I'm echoing out all of the HTML. That's option number one. Option number two is you can use JavaScript to do the same thing. So in this one here, what I'm doing is I've got the URL parameter and I'm injecting it into this JavaScript function. So you can see here I'm using a URL parameter shortcode here, putting it into the JavaScript, and then what this JavaScript snippet does is it finds the iframe using a selector based on the ID, and then it updates the src of that iframe to the URL that we generated. You could also do this completely in JavaScript. We don't actually really need the URL parameter plugin. I'll show you that. So what we can do is just use the query string method like this one that goes through window.location and breaks up the parts after the question mark, figures out the variables. So we end up having something like this: username equals query string.username. And then this is kind of cool because what we could do is put all of this JavaScript into a shortcode, and then on each page all we need to do is have the same thing as before, but make style display none, and then what we're doing is after we have updated the URL for the iframe, we're making it display block. So it will show, if you want to see that in action, it will look like this. There you go. So the JavaScript method has the advantage that you don't have to create a separate snippet for each page. You could create the snippet once, and then it will work on all of the pages that you want to inject a URL parameter into the survey. You just need to make sure that on the pages you put an ID as Zoho Survey or whatever you want to make it, and probably that you make it display none. You don't have to do this. It would just mean that the user sees the iframe refreshing. Hopefully that helps.